back, Magic Moon Wanderers. It's me, Luna, and
me, Janine.
Talking to the moon.
In today's vlog, we are going to give you our top 10 tips for a London family adventure. We spent 5 days in London and we packed in so much. We vlogged them all, so don't forget to check out the other vlogs. But for now, here are our top 10 tips that we would use for another trip and that you could also use to improve yours.
Number 1, make a plan.
Yes, make a semi-structured plan. We do this for most of the trips that we do if they're going to be busy and we want them to be jam-packed full of good stuff. If you want to check out how we done our plan, you can see our planning for London trip, and that will kind of show you the plan that we had. There is so much to see and do in London. It's a good idea to have a look at Google Maps, attraction maps, some vlogs, some blogs. Have a research of what you might want to do. Make a plan of your main activities, and then you'll be able to fit other attractions around those main activities.
There too.
So number 2 is that when you are asking for recommendations, if you're traveling with children, ask for recommendations specifically for families. We asked about museums before we went, and we ended up going to the British Museum on our trip, and this wasn't the most child-friendly museum to visit. We much preferred the Natural History Museum,
which is more hands-on and more interactive for children.
Yeah, and we also had a recommendation to try the Transport Museum, but we didn't have time to do that unfortunately on this visit. But yes, ask for recommendations specifically for your family group. Also, as part of number 2, ask your children what they want to do. Let them look at the maps and ask them what they want to do. Luna had a great suggestion about Westminster Abbey. It wasn't something that I would have picked that I thought that she might enjoy, but she picked it, she loved it, and we both had such a good time there. Number 3 is book what you can before you go. Not only are we still having to comply with COVID restrictions, so even the places that are free require you to book a time slot, like some of the museums. Book on what you can before you go allows you to know where you are going to be at specific times during your trip.
The things that was pre-booked that we knew we wanted to do was Harry Potter Studios, Westminster Abbey,
Madame Tussauds, afternoon tea.
That's all I've got to say about that.
So once we knew where those places were on the map, we could look where we were going to be spending a lot of our time. But even though you've made a semi-structured plan, you've asked for recommendations and you've booked some stuff already, make sure you still leave some flexible time.
Yeah.
We had some flexible time in Leicester Square, Covent Garden and Camden Market, where we didn't have anything specifically booked. We just had dedicated time to go to those places.
Yeah.
Leave yourself some flexible time to come and go.
Because you're not seeing something that you really want to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to book it and you have some spare time. So.
Yes.
Number
4 is packing. So we, even though we went in summer, we still packed layers.
Because London's hit and miss.
Yes.
It can either be really cold or really hot.
Or somewhere in between. We just didn't know. We just didn't know what the weather was going to be like. So we took umbrellas, but we took sun cream. We took casual layers so that we were prepared for any kind of weather. Yes, the British weather. Also in that packing your bags to go out in the daytime, I would recommend an over-the-shoulder strap bag or a bigger backpack. My lounge fly bags for both of us just were not practical on that trip.
We had like a bag like that one, which is like this one, which is very big and fit a lot of stuff.
Yes, this is our picnic bag. Number 5 is, once you've done all of your planning, what you're going to do, seeing what locations you're going to be in, the next thing to do is to book your hotel. Booking your hotel is all about location. Your location of your hotel will depend on how easy it'll be for you to get around and how much it's going to cost. Our hotel that we picked this time was by the Marble Arch, so we were by the Marble Arch Tube to get around. I know, I said it right instead of Marble Arch. Last time we went, we stayed by Euston Station because most of our activities were going to be up that side of London. So yeah, think about the location of where you want to be staying.
Number 6.
Number 6 is food and drink. I failed to plan appropriately for food and drink during our trip. So food and drink for us was hit and miss. Yes, we had some lovely food, but we also had some not very good food experiences. I would research and look at reviews of where you want to be, especially if you've got fussy eaters or you've got any special dietary requirements, making sure that places have got the options that you would look for. You can get menus online now for almost every eatery that you could imagine going to. Also, there are things like the diners cards. There's lots of places where children can eat free. And again, location. Looking at places within a vicinity of where you're going to be means that you're going to be able to pack more stuff
Well, they
in.
should do it man travel for.
Hi! Are you okay? Pause that a minute. With you what? Your twinnies?
What are you doing?
We're doing a vlog.
Oh, I won't get involved.
No, it's okay. You're already on. I'm Ashley. This is Ashley. I used to know Ashley.
I know your mum from when we were young.
Yes, very young and very naughty. We're just sitting in here, but we're doing our London top tips. We've just had a trip in London, so we'll come back and we're doing our end of London trip review vlog thing.
Number 7.
Number 7 is make sure you use public transport. It is the best way to get around London. Specifically, we use the tube the most. So the tube's really easy once you get used to it. You used to need to have an Oyster card, but you don't need to do that no more. You can use your contactless bank cards. At the beginning of your journey, you go down into the tube, tap with your bank cards at the beginning of the journey, do as many journeys as you want underground, and then as you come out you tap, and that's the end of your journey. You won't get charged more than £7.40 per day, no matter how many journeys you do in that day. So it has a cap on it within the city centre. And don't forget that kids under 11 are free to ride the tube.
And you do still have an option to use an Oyster card if you don't have a contactless bank card.
Yes, but you've got to put You've got to put £5 on it. You can also use the buses as well in the same kinds of way, but we didn't use the buses while we were there, did we?
No. For anyone with like sense of hearing, it's better to bring
noise cancelling headphones. Yeah, it's very loud down there. It can get very windy down there, a little bit chilly down there. And I would definitely, I kept hold of Luna's hand down there, so make sure you keep hands of your little children if you're taking them down.
I'm not little mum.
I know, but you still might be. Okay. Number 8 is don't be scared to ask for help. This leads lovely on from the tube because we practiced asking for help in the tube most of all when we were lost. We asked people where the maps were that we could check where the tubes were. We were on the street and we asked people where things were. We asked for help about 20 times during that trip, and every single time people were lovely and kind and helpful. So don't be scared to ask for help in London. The stories that there's a divide between the north and the south and people down south don't want to help people in the north is a lie, because that's not our experience of both of our 2 trips to London. Yeah, ask for help. Number 9 is, what is it?
I don't know.
Number 9 is don't be scared to talk to strangers. One of our top tips for going to London and on any adventure is talk to strangers. So if you're sitting on a bench somewhere or you're in a queue or a line, talk to the person next to you. Don't be scared to strike up conversation with people. We had wonderful conversations with some really interesting people, didn't we? In Covent Garden we met a woman who lived local and she had a dog with her. We got talking to a man in a wheelchair about pigeons. We met Eric, who is a entertainer and has been
Billy will put link
Silly
for him
Billy, yeah.
Put link for him in the description.
He hasn't got a link.
Hasn't he?
No, because he just works by word of mouth, so he doesn't have a link. But we met some amazingly interesting people, and especially at the moment I really feel that humans around us just really want to reconnect with people. So yeah, speak to strangers.
Number 10. Number 10 is about money. The products in London cost a lot of money. As you can see from our money video, we spent a lot. And it's really just important, for you to know your budget and for you to set a budget for the day. Because sometimes we didn't set a budget for days, you see. And I wish we would have, because we ended up spending hella money.
Yeah, so if you can set a budget for your day, even if that budget is just for your shopping budget, give your child so much that they've got to spend that day. We do that in Disney. We'll say, right, Luna, you've got €20 today, and if she wants something for £40, then she has to save her money from the day before, and then that's how you get what you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
We did not budget on our holiday. I would advise that you budget, and our future trips will always be including a budget.
And a bonus tip.
Bonus tip is have fun. Yes, we all need some fun. Travel, put your travel feet on. Don't be scared to get out there and travel, especially if you're like me, like a single parent
Or me,
with a child.
who's wild.
Don't be scared to travel. Don't be scared to reach out and ask questions about a destination that you're interested in. There is so much information on the internet now. There are so many people not living life in these constructed ways that we think that we have to. If you want to travel, do it. You will learn so much about you. Your child will learn so much about themselves, and we all learn so much more about the world and the way that we live. So please just go out, have fun and travel. So thank you guys for watching. We really hope that you've enjoyed our London series. We really enjoyed making it. It was a challenge to be able to record and post so quickly one after the other, and I've still got so much to learn about this process, but it's definitely
Something that we love
we
doing.
love doing it. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for subscribing.
We've got 150 odd subs. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we think we're doing dead
doing
well.
good.
Yeah, we're doing dead good. So thank you guys for all your support.
So don't forget you click the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and leave a comment down below and like that video. So stay awesome, stay awesome, stay wild, love yourself, don't let her change ya. Bye guys.
Bye.
Mwah.
Talking